add a delete function. In class 5, we have to add delete function. See, in class 5, how many we have? We have so many functions we have written. The first one was the listing page. That was coming name, age, and city. First table. First table was listing page. So in the first table, we will add something. Before that, come up and write a function called delete user. Delete user. Come down under the delete user. You keep a alert. Print call user index. Next, after that, you write here call user index. Okay, now come down. Delete user function we have. We need to add one heading here called action. Action. TD. Button. On click. On click equal to this dot delete user dot bind this comma user of ID, this comma user info dot ID, this comma user info of ID. Okay, ready? Now click on button. Alert is coming. On button click, alert should come. Delete, I am not written anything inside. The alert is coming. 1, 2, 3. Whichever the button we click, that particular alert will come. Particular user ID is coming as a alert. This is serial number we have written. It should not be serial number. It should be user ID. That is coming from the JSON server. So you can write this one as a user ID. User ID. User ID that is coming from the JSON server. That is coming from the server. Come now. When we click here, again 1, 2, 3 is coming same. Now from the function, hope we wrote this alert part. So from the function, we will send a request to backend to the user list server. A variable URL equal to, you can take this URL. Okay, next after that, Axios we have not imported in this, we have to import that. So hope we wrote the URL. This is user index, we have used wrong word, it should be ID, user ID. So variable, it can be anything, but meaningful variable will be okay. Okay, go now in the beginning and import the Axios from Axios. After importing the Axios, come down. Right here, Axios.delete. Inside we have to pass the URL. There should be slash in the last, plus you have to do here user ID we need to append. Slash should be there, user list slash user ID. Axios.delete, give the URL with the user ID. After that, this delete function will delete a record from the given URL. After that, you can write here then response. You can call again get user. After deleting, reload the rest. Reload the list after deleting the record. Okay, click on delete and sequence. Delete should happen now. Getting deleted. Axios. Why is saying Axios unknown? Token Axios. Import Axios from Axios. We have installed yesterday. Okay, it should be in the single quote. Axios will come in single quote.
Oh, sorry, it is not working for me.
Which is not working. Data is coming.
delete is not working, sir.
I will show you the problem. First check this Axios. Import Axios from Axios. From Axios in single quote. After doing that, come down below. Then check this function. Delete function, delete user. We have given the user ID. Then below HTTP localhost /1234 / user list / user ID. User list / user ID. / plus user ID. After that, axios.delete pass the URL. Then again call below get user function. It's not get user, it's get my user. Get my user. Get user is for that another function. Get my user is to read the data from the JSON server. Get my user. Get my user. Delete was happening earlier also.
And now it is working fine.
Problem was of reload. I will come here. I'll try Manoj from Pune. That should go. One. This is not changing. User ID is changing. Yeah, it will change. Whichever the ID will delete, that will not come. Whichever the ID will get deleted, that should not come there.
Sir, in the variable URL, we are giving the URL, then why we are giving the user ID with plus sign?
How server will understand which one you want to delete? Server want to know which
What?
one you want to delete. So for that purpose, inside this list of array, we are pointing to particular element. Okay. If you open your JSON server, every record will have one ID, unique ID. Based on that unique ID, the delete function will work. Okay. Now what we can do is we can display a message. So come up and create another variable called message. Message colon empty. Semicolon message colon empty. Okay, message written. Now come down. First we'll print that message before table in a one paragraph, and print that message variable this dot state dot message. Okay, this dot state dot message now come up. As soon as you click on delete button, we need to display a message, please wait processing. So this dot set a state, inside that you will write this dot set a state, inside you will write message, please wait processing. Please wait processing. Okay, please wait processing. Next, after that, once the record will get deleted, the message will get changed here. User details deleted successfully. User details deleted successfully. User details deleted successfully. User details deleted successfully. Next, come to the browser and check once. First, I will add some user. Nagaraj 30 NCA. Rajkumar 70 हो गया। रात को क्या करते हैं आप लोग? रात को क्या होता है? रात में हाँ हाँ नहीं नहीं, वो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ क्या बनता है, मैं नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ रात में खाना तो बनाना है। हाँ, नहीं बनाना है ना? नहीं, होटल वाले बना के देते हैं। मैं तो इतना ही करता हूँ। Okay, so hope we have written here. If I delete one, it will say please wait processing. After some time, it will get deleted. If I click here, please wait processing. After some time, will get right. So hope message coming and delete is happening as well.
Sir, for me it is creating problem.
Not problem. This is 2 line only you have to write. Check this line. Send your this delete function. I will guide you. Delete function you can send me in the chat.
I understood. Sir.
Got the point.
Sir, one more thing is when we are adding a new data, then that time why user ID are not showing like 1, 2, 3, 4, it is coming like 3, 6 and random.
Whichever you will delete, it will not come. JSON server will create every time new ID. JSON server will create every time new ID. The ID deleted already, that will not come again in the list.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next after that, we will try to read some data from other server. One day you have read one data from this PHP server. Correct. Similar way, some more API we have, we'll try to use that in a different component. This is TDR, it is coming. These all are some different. Okay. Okay, so create one more component. Component number 7. Props already we have gone through one day. Okay, we have seen this one component introduction. This example was based on component introduction. It was not based on props. Props was not here. Okay. It was not based on props. It was based on component interaction. We have not passed the data from one component to other component. Okay. So we will come there and we'll modify little so that the props will get completed where. Okay, already we have data everywhere. Now the data we need to get and display and make it ready. So component number 7 we can call, or we should go to this file. 4th is not, 6th is not, 3rd one not, 2nd one or 1st one. Okay, so this block was based on class or function. What it was based on? Let me see the block page. Blog and blog list 2 was there. This is based on function, correct? Based on function. So no problem. Let's come there. We will see that property part, how the property is going to work. Props. Okay, good. Open that file. What is the file name? Blog and blog list. Two file was there, no? This both was based on function, but not much difference. Here we have a concept of class, there we have a function of concept. So next we'll see in that props how it is going to work. Okay, component interaction I have seen in the last class, and this is based on function. Okay, this is the function. We can convert it based on class and then we can use it. Okay, so blog file we can come. In blog file we have imported on the top for my blog, no problem. This you convert into a small class. Blog list we have written blog here. We can convert into a small class. So here React, comma, component we can call React, comma, component. React, comma, component we call React, comma, component we called. Now come down below, const convert into class, blog extends component. Then after that, inside the class, there will be a function called render function. This render function will have flower bracket open and flower bracket close in the last. And render will be the return will be the part of that flower bracket. You can right click and format document is also fine. You can check now also the output should remain same. Same. Next after that, no problem. We can use here next called constructor. Constructor. Okay, constructor is ready. Now under the constructor, this dot, super function is required. Super function will be required here. Super function will call the parent constructor, parent class constructor. Right here, this dot state equal to create a variable called log data colon empty and square bracket. Okay, hope ready. Now after that, you write a function here called get block. Import here Axios also. Import Axios from Axios. Or here Axios why you need, because you are not fetching the block from somewhere else. Let's come here inside this array. You can write here two property. One will be called title and second will be called value. Title and value both we need to pass. Hello. Yeah, from next week. Okay, so right here call title colon title 1 info colon and this is technoblog comma title colon title 2 comma info blog. Next call title colon title 3 info colon this is blog. Ready? Come down. Now the component 6 here 5 we are calling here my blog my blog my blog. My blog will not be static now. We will call dynamically. This my blog will be based on this one now map function. So we can write here what is the array name. Array name is for block data. This dot state dot this dot state dot block data dot map. This dot state dot block data dot map. Inside that you will write here info call blog comma info blog comma info. Next after that return return we can write here call my blog Inside that, title equal to blog dot title, and again details equal to blog dot details. Next, after that, slash is required. Save now. We need to go to the this would be index, and you can keep here key as the index. Key equal to index. So in this example, key is the predefined property, title is user defined property, details is the user defined property, and value is coming from here array. Blog of title, blog of details, not details. We cannot write here details. I wrote in reverse order. This would be details,
And that will be info.
and this would be as a info. Now in the child component under the my blog, we have to receive the title and details, and we need to print there as a property. Okay, hope ready. Come to the next file, that is called my blog. We are calling from where? Blog list page. So from here we are sending title and details. In blog list page, it is also based on function, no problem. We can write here call here property list. Property list. In property list, two value will come. One will come as a title that you can write here. Property list. P-R-O-P-E. P-R-O-P-E-R-T-Y property list. We can call here property list dot title, because from there you are sending as a title, and here will be property list dot details. Property list dot details. written. Now check now, data are coming or not. Three are coming. Three we have posted, all three are coming. So we are able to send the data from one component to other component in the block page. So their title become as a property, details become as a property. This the people will ask you for is what is the props in React? What is the props? So we can say while sending the data from one component to other component, while sending the data from one component to other component, or while communicating from one component to other component, we have to send some data. We have to send some data, right? While sending the data, we required a container, and that container is called as a property. So the title you are sending from one page to other page using which property? Using the variable called title. The details you are content of the title you are sending through what? Details. So look in the previous file. You have here called title and info. Now title you are sending to where? Title only, and info you are sending to where? Details. So details and title become as a property. How the key is the predefined property. Similar way, title and details we made as a user defined property. Same thing we need to explain in interview if anyone is asking.
Sir, how to pass the data from block list to block, from child to parent?
Blogless? No, I have no idea. This is called one-way binding. Which one? React. Inside the React, there is no two-way binding feature. It is called one-way binding. One-way binding means one component can send the data to other component cannot reverse it. So for that purpose, we have another concept of sending the data through URL, or you can use the Redux. Send the data directly to Redux, and from Redux we can send anywhere. Okay, so you can check on internet also. In React, you don't have two-way binding. It is called one-way binding. So what will happen? Data can go from one component to other to other. It will not come in the reverse format. In Angular, we have a feature called input and output. Sending the data and receiving the data. Send and receive. That's called component interaction. Okay, so hope this example is working now. Next, we'll have one more session for class component, understanding this one, life cycle functions. Life cycle methods, what are the life cycle methods we have? And then we can go for the functional component. There we have a lot of things to cover in functional component. Okay, so we can log out. I was little busy that children's admissions are going on.